Yo, what's up, everybody?
Yo, what's up?
It's your boy Blitz.
And I'm your boy Blitz&Blurr.
I don't know what he doing. We didn't agree to that before the video. So I don't know what
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Okay. You all right.
I'm good.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I was just doing my rock impression.
Is that what it was?
Look what
You gotta grow like 3 more feet.
Game Changers is cooking.
You gotta grow like another 3 feet.
I can't.
Okay. All right. Anyway.
I've been chemically studied from ever growth.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, you ever heard of that Marvel character named Puck? That was me. That was my dad.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. Actually, it answers a lot of questions I wondered about him. Yo, what's up, everybody?
What's up, yo?
Welcome to GCE News. We come to give you guys the latest and greatest for gaming news and entertainment.
Come on here.
Yo, today we covering a subject that is near and dear to our hearts.
Say that one more time.
It's near and dear. It's
Hold on.
It's a subject we really care about. All right, now he's pop locking everybody. All right, I'm gonna do the show. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'm gonna keep going on with the show.
Go ahead.
Anyway, we're talking about the Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
What?
So within that, we're talking about this because we got a release date coming up soon, which is not soon, but May the 14th. I can't wait. It'll be all over, and it's going to be part 1, part 2,
and
part 3.
3.
They didn't do Andromeda because I guess it's technically not included as a Mass Effect game.
That's one of them children we keep locked away. We don't speak of it.
Children under the stairs kind of thing?
Yeah, we don't speak of that.
So Andromeda's the red-headed stepchild of the Mass Effect series. So no, not even red-headed step? Okay. Anyway, you know those little kids when you coming out of like Sam's Club and the kids be out front like, hey sir, me and my basketball team need uniforms, and you're like, I don't have any change. I'm like, we take credit card, and you're like, get out of here, you little. So like one of them little kids. All right, so here's what we're gonna talk about. We'll give you guys a couple of features that are coming out that'll say for sure that the Legendary Edition is well worth the purchase.
Come on here.
If you haven't played it before, if you're an OG like us and played the original series, it's some little thin nuggets in there that will make you also want to purchase the game. So we want to throw a couple of facts at you.
Before he starts with the facts, you got to realize, I didn't ever, well, you don't have to realize, I'm just about to tell you. I played Mass Effect 1 later on. I never played it when it first came out. So when I played it and I bought it, it was very clunky. You got on the elevator and it took like 2 minutes to load to the next screen.
It was pretty glitchy. I never finished. I never did a playthrough of 1 either.
Right. I did 2 and 3 multiple times.
Yeah.
I loved it, so I played multiple times. But this
you don't want to tell everybody.
I did play and beat
Andromeda.
That's not considered it's Mass Effect. It's Andromeda in the Mass Effect universe. That's what the title is.
Well, I also played and beat Andromeda, and I don't feel bad about it. I did it. So what? I was young. I needed the money.
It was a guilty pleasure.
I was in college. I needed the money. What kind of deal? I needed the money, so I had to do something dirty to get by. Anyway, so neither one of us never finished 1, so we're really excited for a new updated versions to come out.
A remaster, right?
A remaster, yeah. And even on top of that, once I give you these facts, which you already know.
Is it facts or FAQ?
Once I give you the facts about it, about the new things they're adding to it to make 1 that much more better, you're going to even want to get it even more. So let's start off, right?
Give us the lowdown.
Let's do it. So one of the first things that we talking about, okay, so it's going to be the remastered version of the first 3-part series. So remastered and improved.
That's right.
So they remastered it and they went in and they fixed a lot of things that were slight glitches to it. And then they improved on a lot of aspects of it to make the game flow even better. Okay?
Right.
Story's there. We know the story's there. That's not the issue. Story was always there. But things with the Normandy, then we got to get into the Mako.
Right. But I think also with 1 and 2, what 2 and 3 had was more of a shooter type thing, where 1 was like a RPG.
1 was definitely RPG.
So it lacked some of the things that 2 and 3 had.
Yeah, 2 and 3 were definite improvements.
Right.
But now they got to go back and do it, so they're making 1 a lot better and giving it a lot of aspects of 2 and 3, which we'll cover in facts.
Go ahead, brother.
And game 1 has been updated to match 2 and 3.
That's right.
Which means that the scaling and everything like that is the same. The shooting mechanics is going to feel the same like 2 and 3. If you never played 1, you're not going to notice it. But when you do a playthrough now for the first time, for you, it's going to feel like the continuing games. Now, I'm sure a lot of you plan on playing 1, 2, and 3 in the entire series. and may or may not pick up Andromeda. I can't tell you what to do and what not to do.
Don't pick it up.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
Don't
that.
pick it up.
EA Bio. I didn't say that. Blitz didn't say that.
We won't play it.
I didn't say that. All right. So also with them doing that, the game 1 is going to feel more like a RPG with a lot of shooter upgrades and high points. So the stray is going to be there. The reticle effects are going to be there, and it's going to feel more like a shooter.
Because they don't want to take the RPG elements from it, because that what made a lot of people love 1 was the RPG element. So they don't want to strip that away from it, because 1 is a classic.
It is.
And so I think that's a good thing that they're trying to balance the RPG elements with the shooter cover type of mechanics that they put in 2 and 3.
Okay. All right. How about the next point?
Ability, which one? The ability to improve and improvements and tweaks. They're gonna
the abilities. Yeah.
Yeah, the abilities. I'm sorry, the abilities. They're gonna redo the abilities. So basically, the powers are gonna more feel like 2 and 3 a little bit, maybe a little different, because they just can't overhaul the entire game, because they still want to keep that RPG element, but the powers and the abilities are going to be tweaked so it can match, kind of match 2 and 3.
Well, now those tweaks that they're talking about too and improvements are for all 3 games.
Right. Well,
like,
yeah.
Even though there was nothing necessarily wrong with the abilities in 2 or 3, they still tweaked them to make them flow a lot better. But they're grandfathering down to the first game, so the first game have those tweaks also.
And I think what it'll do, it'll streamline it, because now if you play the original 1 and go to 2, you're like, oh wow, it's feel different. Now it's going to feel kind of the same from 1, 2, and 3, which is good. I'll still want 1 to be that classic, to where you still get that RPG elements, you still got the story, because the story of 1 is amazing. The story of 2 is amazing. The first beginning of 3 to that little smidget of the last part was amazing. The rest of that is crap.
It's one of the best
sci-fi
trilogy stories.
I said sci-fi trilogies, right?
In the gaming, yeah. Well, I'm just saying trilogy stories. Period. In the community, in the gaming community,
right.
The only other one that comes to mind makes me think of Uncharted.
Right.
How they connected the 3 games together, and there was a
nice.
natural progression and everything like that. So very good on the storytelling part.
What else they got for us, bro?
All right, so game 1 is going to have much better cover mechanics.
That's right.
Which means it's going to feel, which also goes back to my shooter aspect of it. So it's going to have the controls of the shooter a lot better, but also the cover mechanics are going to be a lot better. Now, within those cover mechanics, it also covers boss fights content. There will be better areas with better cover mechanics there, where you can actually find more cover, literally, in those particular ones. Now, it's up to you not to take the cover, of course, if you want to, straight raw dog it like I do. But if you want to have that cover option there, then you can do it. So that's another good thing there. So how about the next one?
They're going to give us a dedicated melee button.
Yes.
Because what I found out in part 1, that the melee button was you had to come into my space.
Yeah, proximity
for me to have to be able to do a melee on you. But now they're going to give you a dedicated melee button, just like you had in 3. 3, you had a melee button. You could use a sword, but I was using that little thing to flip out, like the switch army knife.
The laser blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be good. I think that's going to be good.
That's big on melee.
So what else?
All right. So here we can go to another thing that they worked on is the weapons can be used in all classes without penalties. So you're still going to have your specialties within those weapons for that specific class, but all the weapons being used across the classes will not give you a debuff or a penalty if it's something that's
outside of your class
for another class. Yeah.
So if you are like you remember the girl that would vanish and like Jack was an overpowered.
The girl that would vanish? Oh, you mean Lisa? That girl I dated in high school?
Shut up.
No, because she was supposed to meet me at prom, then she didn't show up.
No, like
and then I
like
had
Jack,
all the cocktail shrimp.
Like Jack would probably use more of a shotgun than a rifle. So they would say you would get a penalty for using a rifle, because you normally use.
Her specialty was a shotgun.
So now you won't have no penalties. You'll be able to use what weapon you want to use for your team, which I think is good.
Why was her name Jack?
And they say she was the most hateful beep ever created in the galaxy.
Was her real name Jackie? Jacqueline?
It was just Jack.
Jaquel?
Jack. She had less hair than me.
Barely. So moving on to the next thing here, we got
Mako improvements, driving, shielding, and camera, and boost. Basically, the Mako from the first game was horrendous, was trash to maneuver.
Horrendous?
Horrendous? I can't.
Horrendous?
Horrendous?
I don't think that's a word.
Horrendous? How do you say it? Horrendous?
Horrible?
Horrible? Yeah, that's not
horrible.
Bad?
So, you okay? You alright?
No,
right.
I'm not. It was bad. It was bad to use. So basically, it was trash. So basically, the improvements of the Mako is that they're gonna make it heavier. They're gonna fix the physics on it. Mm-hmm. The shielding is gonna be better because when you drove into the lava, they would say it would just be game over. So now they get you take off health of the Mako instead of just being game over. Mm-hmm. And the camera is gonna be better, and you get the boost. Remember, the boost was in the one that we shall not name.
Yes, Andromeda. Just say it.
Andromeda.
Say it.
The boost was in Andromeda, and you had to change the tire, like the 4-wheel, to get down low to get over certain things. Yeah. So they might. I don't know if they're gonna do that one, but they're giving the boost so you can get there fast. Believe it or not, in part 1, the Mako was a big factor in that game because you needed the Mako to really get around. They let you traverse a lot of the planets that you explored. Yep. So that's a big thing, Mako, because oh god. I couldn't just, you be driving, that thing would just go wherever it wanted.
It was like
to go.
The gravity on it. I've seen some footage of it for part 1 and that.
I think
you hit a bump and it was like.
No, I actually got in the Mako. When I played, the first time I played it, I got down to the ground and played with the Mako, and it was bad. It was that bad. I think I got like 2 or 3 hours into the game and said, no, I can't do it.
Okay. Well, they're going to fix that. So another thing they're going to do is inventory management upgrade, which is going to... basically, they set up a marking system. Like if you've been playing video games within the past 5 years, one of the ones that does is Outriders, where you can mark something as junk and then go to the vendor and trade everything up there, right then and there, or for some gen packs, mini packs, genie packs, omni packs, omni gel. There you go. I was gonna get there eventually. Mm-hmm. So basically, it's going to make it so you don't have to go individually and do everything. You can mark stuff as junk in your full inventory and then swap it over, which you didn't do in the original game.
Next thing, we get squad mate command controls. Mm-hmm. Now in part 2 and part 3, you can give.
I wish I had that.
You can control your squad mates by placing them where you want to. They can go into cover. You can tell them to do certain things. So in part 1, they're going to give you better. Now this might be in all 3. I'm hoping it is in all 3 because 2 squad mates control was okay. It could have been done better.
3 was the best version.
Right. So hopefully they bring it in line with 3.
Probably.
So, but with the squad mates, I mean, you'll be able to, really give your stay here and do cover here. You go over here. So hopefully it will be.
Give me an energy drink.
Right. Hopefully
run Dunkin' Donuts.
Matter of fact, if you want to be in this album, go to a store across town. You got to walk and bring me an icicle.
I have no idea what reference that is. I reference movies and pop culture that everyone's heard of.
You remember P. Diddy when he did Making the Band? He made the guys go all the way over across town to get the the cake.
I didn't watch that.
But that was a big highlight.
I had a life.
David Chappelle did a little thing on it. It was funny. But go ahead.
Anyway. Back to this here.
All right, what's the next one?
All right, so next one we got the XP gain will be rebalanced.
There you go.
So basically, it's going to make it, well, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's going to make it so it's more balanced to kind of push you to replay the game, where you can build up your XP to hit certain places and to deal with events a little bit better. And that's going to be across all 3 games. I think 2 did it better than 3. Would you say? The way your XP and your build-up was.
It was okay.
3 was kind of stingy. It felt like it.
You still can get up there, though.
Yeah.
Because they said you had to play through 1 to get to the maximum level.
Okay.
You had to play through 1 to get... So you could beat the game and not be on maximum level.
Well, since you brought up that, once you drop that...
Well, this is the thing. Genesis Comics by Dark Horse.
This is the next point.
Basically... if you play the new Mass Effect... Matter of fact, I think I got it. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. There's no sense in doing that before the video. So
I forgot about that.
It was no need in doing that.
Mind your business.
These people ain't got nothing better to do but to sit there and watch the back of your
greasy head.
Watch the back of your bowling ball there.
I don't have a bowling ball.
I ain't my bag. You got a mail slot right in the middle, so I ain't gonna pop some mail. Shh, you've got mail. Is that where the CD goes?
This is one right here. If you can see it. It's the Mass Effect.
I gotta put it over my face.
It's a Mass Effect trilogy. But this one, if you play the if you start on 2 or start on 3, the Genesis comic by Dark Horse allow you to pick all of the choices you would make, the choices that mattered in part 1 or part 2 if you want to start with part 3. If you start with part 2, all the choices that mattered in part 1, you'll be able to make them in that section. It'll transfer over to the game, so you can start off the game with kind of a kind of knowing the story, and the people know the choices you made. So I think that's a good part, because you get to play. If you want to start at 2, you can choose the way that you wanted to do things. It'll graphic it over to part 2, because see, in part 2, you have to go back to the council. The council doesn't like you, but if you treated them good from part 1, you get to keep your Spectre status. So that's all in that right there.
So the reason I grabbed this because I thought that was an electronic boutique sticker. Y'all remember that? Any EB fans out there?
Yes.
Electronic boutique, baby.
But it's not.
Remember, I found one.
Yeah, you did.
There's one in the mall. I can't think of the name of it, so forget I said it.
So this was the Mass Effect trilogy before they're coming out with the...
Why you keep putting it over my face, though?
So that's the Genesis. You'll be able to pick the crucial moment decisions from each of the one, depending on where you start off, and still get a good experience.
And mad props to Dark Horse for take care of that digital comic book out there.
Okay, can you get to the last one, please? Thank you.
Okay. So the last point I want to make is...
What's that?
He's a jerk.
Yeah.
But the point after that I want to make is the release date is going to be May 14th. And that's what we're going to be doing. I think we just pretty much did a hotel somewhere and just bring our gaming systems.
Yeah.
And don't take any phone calls.
Nothing. Because to do all 3, I'm talking about 1 is going to be about 40 hours.
Is it? Now I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something about how we roll. Side missions, done.
Yeah, we do all the side
We don't leave any bones on. We clean the bone when we play. You know what I'm saying? We don't be leaving little chicken parts. So the wing.
No.
When you get the wing and you pull that little wing part off.
Yeah.
I eat that. I clean that, baby. We can clean the plate on this.
So we're looking for the release in May 14th, because I think it's going to be good. I think it's a major thing. Don't get me wrong. I wish they would have just not did a remaster, but what is the other one they called it? Where they redo the whole thing? That's not a remaster. That's remaster.
Oh, you talking about remake?
A remake. I wish they would have remade one and really brought it up to 2 and 3 or beyond, or just remade all of them with new gen.
I wanted to get it as close to that classic feel as possible.
I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. That's how I felt about Final Fantasy VII, the new remake.
Yeah.
The remake of that. I didn't like it as much.
I liked it. I played it and
I like 7.
I whooped it. Yo, maybe we need to do a video on that, because my man
Sephiroth?
No, Barrett was funny as on a what that day. Dang on, man, what the heck? Well, he didn't say that.
Please do us a favor, give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel. We're growing. Thank you for everybody who's been subscribing. We're growing.
Got some new subscribers.
So we're growing. So please help us. Give us the HBO special. What does that mean?
Help a brother out.
What? Do it again.
Help a brother out.
Please give us a thumbs up. Share with everybody you know.
And leave your comments. If you
Please.
can see, we are responding to your comments.
We do respond.
Word.
You have a good day. Peace out.
Thank you, everybody.